If your only point of contact with a boy you like is via texting, it can be really hard to tell if he likes you because texts often lack the cues which personal interaction brings. People these days are almost too busy to meet up in person, thus texting yields a much more convenient alternative for daily communication. You don't need to be too worried pondering over when you'll be able to look beyond the phone screen into his heart. If he likes you, he'll inevitably drop some clues which you can pick up on, so that you can rest assured that the feelings between you and him are mutual. Texting can be a great, low-key way to engage with someone you've got your eyes on. If you're needing some clarity in what's happening in a suspicious exchange of texts, look no further. Texting is our main mode of communication these days, so it makes sense that's where you would look when trying to figure out how a guy feels about you. While texting is popular, it is not always clear what is being communicated. You have a disadvantage with texting because you can't read his body language or hear the tone of his voice. You can't pick up on subtle nuances as you can in person. Even still, there are clear signs that he likes you that you can discover through text messages. So let's dig in and take a closer look at the signs a guy likes you through texting. Before we get started, if you'd like to know how to activate his male ego to make winning your love an irresistible challenge, then click the link in description below. 1. He wishes you weren't texting. He doesn't want to text, he wants to see you. He drops hints that he would prefer to be with you instead of simply communicating over text, and what he'd be doing if he was there right now. 2. He uses flirty emojis often. Some guys aren't into using emojis, so don't stress if your potential guy sticks to words only. Some guys may send them to be cute, but not all guys are into this sort of thing, so don't read too deeply into it. 3. You text throughout the day. Do you guys basically go back and forth via text all day? It might not be every minute of the day because that's not sustainable, but basically, you're in one long conversation that starts and stops all day. If so, that's a very good sign. Most guys don't like to text for no reason. If they're texting, it's for a purpose, usually to make a plan or find out information. If he's texting all day aimlessly, then the goal is to further a connection with you because he likes you. 4. He initiates texts. Try to see who starts your texting conversation. Does he reach out first, or do you normally start the conversation? Does he try to engage you in conversation, or does he simply reply to your initiation? If he initiates and replies quickly, then it's a strong sign he's interested and he likes you. 5. He texts you back. It's an awful feeling when you text someone and you are hoping for a quick reply, but that person takes hours or even days to get back to you. People are busy. Things come up where you can't have your phone out, but it only takes a few seconds to send a quick reply. Does he leave you hanging, or does he text you back quickly? If he takes days to write back, he's either avoiding you or something is really wrong. But if he texts back regularly, it's because he wants to talk to you, most likely because he's interested in you. 6. He texts you first thing in the morning. To get that special text right when you wake up is an awesome feeling. It means he's thinking about you right when he wakes up and you make him smile. You are the first thing on his mind and he's excited to say hello before he starts his day. 7. He wants to know more about you. What does he text you? Is he just talking about sports, the weather, his friends, or is he asking questions about your life? If he asks about your family, friends, and what you enjoy doing with your time, he likely is interested in you. He might even send you follow-up questions later about something you mentioned in a previous text. He is paying attention to who you are and remembering details. 8. He sends you things that will make you laugh. Does he make you laugh in person? Hopefully, he is trying to do the same even when you are not together through texts. He wants to make you laugh and make you smile even when he can't be next to you. Maybe he sends you an inside joke in the form of a funny GIF or meme. He could send you a quote from a movie that you both really like or have watched together, or a hilarious article. It could be something totally random with no relation to anything. He reaches out with funny things in order to make you smile. 9. You have inside jokes. It is so nice to have someone who just gets you. You feel so special when that sibling or a friend who knows you really well send you just one line over text and gets you to belly laugh. When the guy you are interested in starts doing the same, he likely has a thing for you. He might send messages using bitmojis or emojis that are only funny to the two of you. His inside jokes might reference a time you were hanging out or a special nickname for you. Nicknames are a major flirting tool. It's his way of being cute and connecting with you, or creating something intimate that only you share. If he gives you a nickname and uses it often, he's trying to create that close connection with you. 10. He texts you goodnight. What's better than getting a text from a guy you like just as you're getting into bed and calling it a night? If a guy texts you before bed, it means he's thinking about you and wants you to be thinking about him. This is a really good sign that he likes you. A goodnight text is just more intimate than another kind of text. It's not something you send to just anyone. 11. He texts you out of the blue. Does your phone ding randomly and you see that it is this guy you like? Does it seem he finds random things to tell you or ask you questions out of the blue? If so, he is likely looking for a reason to reach out to you when really he has no real reason other than just wanting to talk to you. 12. He compliments you. When a guy likes you, it becomes obvious when he starts mentioning specific things he notices about you. Guys know a way to a woman's heart is through compliments, at least one way. And when a guy likes you, he'll like a lot of things about you and won't be able to stop himself from sharing those things. 13. He sticks to his plans. It feels awful to have someone that you like makes plans with you and then bail out last minute. If he likes you, he will confirm his plans by texting you something like, "We are on for 7 tomorrow night, right?" Some guys can be vague and just want to hang out without a clear plan, but if he wants a relationship, he will likely nail down a specific date and time. He also won't cancel simply because something better comes up. When it comes to you, he's reliable and he follows through. Now he may be like that in his everyday life, but it will be more apparent with you. 14. He tells you about his life. If he lets you in his life, he likely wants to know you more and cares what you think. He's also not hiding things, which is a great sign he wants you around. 15. He texts you when he's drunk. This is a tricky one. If he is drinking, then he might be in a vulnerable state and want to text with you. Alcohol doesn't necessarily bring out the truth, it brings out our emotions, and lowers our inhibitions. If a guy suddenly can't hide his feelings whenever he has a few too many, then he most likely has feelings for you. But, if he only texts you when he is drunk, that's a red flag. So look at this sign in the context of all the others. 16. He says he likes you. At some point, clarity will come. If a guy gets signals back from you that you are interested, he will let you in on how he feels and come out and say he likes you. He might take a little time to be this direct, but eventually, he will say it outright in his own way. Hopefully, this will come in person first and then confirmed through a text message later. 17. He texts you whenever something important happens. If your guy includes you on the big and small stuff, it's a strong sign he considers you someone important in his life. He wants you to celebrate with him and lets you know via text right after he finds out something noteworthy. 18. You just know. Do you get butterflies when you get a text from him? Does your face light up when you hear your phone ding? Perhaps you just know that something special is already happening with this special guy. Like we always say, when a guy likes you, it's obvious. Guys don't hide interest. It will come across via text, when you see him in person, and basically in everything. Now if he doesn't pursue you, then it's possible he likes you but he just doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. If a guy likes you and wants you, he will make it known, as long as you're giving him at least some signals that his interest is reciprocated, so he doesn't worry about being rejected if he makes a move. Learn the sneaky text message that makes any man obsessed with you. Click the link in description below.